Yeah, quickly talking over the end there for Breath of Fire 4 is like, at this point, like Faolu basically rescinds his powers to Rio, who becomes like the full Yori dragon. And he basically goes ahead and banishes all of the Endless out of the world so they can return to wherever or rather, he strips them of their powers so they can actually die and move on and not just, hang around this otherworldly plane for them. And yeah, that's established earlier. Yuna gets away because the ending is kind of unfinished. And then Ryu just lives out the rest of his days as a normal person. Yeah. The end.
The end. I am
And then we can
Mechalink.
watch it all again on Drex's side.
Yeah, we get to watch it all again on Drex's side. We see Sid start up. This goes pretty quick, but in short, Ryu is a. This is a big case system. Ryu's 1/8192. So he is a small ratio. He works for the local ranger outfit, and this is Bo, or rather Bosch, that we meet. He is our first NPC companion, and then we run right back out, and you'll see this kind of gritty industrial sort of thing because we are a full kilometer underground here in Dragon Quarter. As Sid runs to the slums to go buy some stuff.
Yeah, the game is nice enough to start us with a free revive item. We spit in its face and sell it for explosives and food.
Yes, much fresh meat.
Yep. This game has an overworld combat system where you can use traps. It's called pets. And the meat and bombs are tools that will help us pretty quickly with regards to manipulating monsters. You can see all your encounters. And like any game like that, if you swing your weapon or kick at or what have you a monster, you get the initiative. And so you will see, once we start entering combats in a bit, you will see us using those tools to try and make sure that we start.
Yeah, you'll see me try. Rex will be doing it right. I'm gonna be like whiffing at air.
Yeah, so I already have a criticism. I already have a criticism.
Oh no!
You have to go. You want to go left around the pillar in the low sector burrow, not the right
side.
Yeah. I started pivoting to the right for. I don't know why. I just started doing it without really thinking about it.
Maybe that's your low sector burrow 2 muscle memory.
It's you have to go on the outside in low sector burrow second time.
Nuggets. Start. Yes, we are.
Start. We got a nugget.
Oh come on! You could at least hit Bosch. Blech.
Nope.
Stupid enemies are stupid.
So the game has a runaway system.
Give me that back.
That we don't want to use because it takes away a chunk of our money. Thankfully, we have no money because of what we bought at the beginning. So it's nice the first few times, but it can start to hurt us.
And obviously, you lose 10% of your money when you use penalty retreat.
I'm more worried about the HP I lost getting kicked in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you've spent all your money already, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah. The first couple is fine.
Of course,
another extra fresh feat.
Being a little bit greedy here, trying to pick up some extra party EXP because sometimes I mess up the initial fights.
Mm-hmm. Well, that escape is worth exactly a bomb.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
It's actually at 1.5. I think it sells for 120.
I thought it was 80. I know AP Plus is. I know AP Plus is like 1 1/2 or whatever.
There's that extra party EXP.
125 or something.
Mm-hmm. So, in terms of routing, where like this isn't an RPG with step routes, this is not, but this is an RPG where there are 2 monster layouts for each floor, and 2 item box layouts / content sets for each floor. And so when the skill in managing the game tends to come from being able to recognize and take advantage of those 2 differences, but there and like things will wiggle around inside of that space. So for example, the monsters can either be on the left, hunt around that thing, or they can be in the way here. And so you have to manage them. It's a little close there to manage not to get in a fight, but manageable, but
And also,
Sid does it fine.
and also their behavior can be completely different.
Yep. In one set, a group of enemies can be there, and in one side they'll rush you, and the other side they'll run away, and it's just like, which enemy pattern did you get? So, yep. This is the more involved pattern for this floor, and unfortunately,
I do not want him dying.
Yeah, we're gonna have coming up is one of 7, I believe, danger rooms in the run where the game does not let you out until you've killed everything. And that means this is why we bought the resources, because we don't have a choice but to kill everything. For optimality, we're trying to kill everything in the first round of combat, right? Like with them eating a meat, right? Like that is the ideal. Obviously, that doesn't always happen. But
yeah, I switched to Bosch here because he can actually do damage, where Ryu is like, huh?
Yeah,
this is why I wanted the extra EXP, so that when I screw these up eventually, I can still hit level 6, and the first boss isn't super awful.
Yep. This is Bosch is definitely the carry for the first dungeon. Now we're going to see some more meat management, and also kind of trying to herd these enemies into place.
Okay. I might get a nice chunk of EXP out of this.
That
assuming
looks good.
I can. Yeah,
can you get the bombs? Okay. Yeah, enemies have physics, as do the stuff you place down. All right. No, that wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It wasn't perfect, but
it's a good start for me. I'll take what I can get.
You're getting experience from big enemies, so it's all good.
This one is actually pretty important. Normally, that other little fuzzball stays to the side, and you get like 47 party EXP out of that. But with that setup, I get 70 instead. So I'm up on party EXP. I might even be able to hit level 7.
Yeah,
which isn't super important, but it does give me some extra gas.
So with the nugget pattern on that danger room, if you get like any other XP drop, you are hitting level 7.
Yeah,
if you do everything right anyway.
I got like a 10 drop somewhere, and I think I got it twice too.
Yeah, that might not be enough with how the first group went. I'm not sure.
I did. I think I lost like 5 to 10. I can't remember how much cycling the turn is.
But this cutscene we're about to skip is kind of the lore important one. Despite Ryu being very low class, he connects with the being in this room, which is a massive hulk of biomass. That kind of looks like a dragon.
Yeah, it's the remains of Ajin, as they pronounce it.
Yep. But yeah,
it's technically linked. It is technically linked with him right now, but for some reason it doesn't like truly kick in until later.
Yeah, you can see in the upper right we've gained something. We've gained something that will consternate us later.
We got a glowing block.
It's a secret tool that will help us later and hurt us later.
I ask a question about that.
That is yeah.
When I was going through the tutorial that Rexton made, what happens when you hit 100% before?
Oh,
you die.
Insta reset.
So the game will give you 3 choices. It will let you go back to your last save point. It will let you go back to your last save point in one way. Go back to your save point go back to the beginning of the game instead, right? Like keeping in both those cases, you keep some of the resources you had, or the game's over, right? Like so. Additionally, this game does not let you actively copy save files. This is a game where, in concept, you get one run at a time. So like if you die to something or you overuse your meter, you are put in a position where you have to go back to your last save or not. Now, like I said, you keep some of the resources from that. Like the game's actual intended grind loop, which we won't be using. It's a roguelike style grind where you make a save point, use your meter, bank some of the experience you got, reset to the thing, and that the reset part is free. So it's just like you're supposed to. And this was like in 2002, nobody knows how to do this if you aren't a computer, like a wizardry player, right? Like you're supposed to grind, reset, and take small advantages until you're powerful enough to get past the next segment. That is the built concept of the game. We absolutely won't do that. We don't have the time. So
in short,
yeah.
in short, you die.
Yeah, in short, you die. Right, like that's
Your
like
run's done.
For our purposes, the run would be done for sure.
Okay.
We don't save generally. But yes, it is a complicated way to say you die. Now that said, Sid is coming up on the first boss. What happened was we were supposed to, Cyclops. We were supposed to, the plot wise, we were supposed to help carry a package from point A to point B. That's what we were doing. We're doing escort duty, right? We get level 7 here. That's good. That's better than the lowest possible. So that gives us a little more safety. Not as good as level 8, but it'll do. But that plane was rated by revolutionaries, right? Like, and so we have all crashed out. We are all alone, and this big genic, they're called biological creations, has decided that it's really angry at us and possibly that little girl on the ground with red wing-like things coming out of her back. So
yeah, that Cyclops is actually like one of Trinity's genics.
Okay.
They call it a war genic. Like in that cutscene with the train, she chases them down, shoots them down, and then the Cyclops that they have,
right, and we see
because they want her.
Yeah, later we do see that Trinity has more war genics, so that makes sense. Fight wise, this is it's 1v1, so we're trading blows, but the game has a secret weapon, right? Like I know it's more complicated.
I got a lucky drop here. Normally this is a lot more complex. I got the power boost. Yeah,
I got the power boost. Okay, so we're gonna be.
That's why I went because I got it.
So normally,
that's
if you don't have any other
us.
tools, So normally, if you don't have any tools, you the enemy will switch the way that they do damage. They start kind of like charging then hitting, and so we in turn kind of counter by charging and swinging. But then if you get them below half health, they switch into murder mode, and you don't have much time to kill them. With extra power, we were able to do that quickly. We gained access to an actual capability. This is the D-dash. We will be using it liberally for the next 5 minutes, and after that, it will become a tool that will still be useful, but we have to be careful because it uses up our meter.
It's free for now, so we're gonna take advantage of it.
Use it. Control wise, this is actually a little sticky. You have to let go of the button before you hit the door. Right, like as a speed tech. Here we beat Lynn, which is to say cat. Right, like the cat of this game. She was a Trinity. She was one of the Trinity people that raided our train, but right now we're all kind of working together to survive. So it's Ryu, Nina, and Kat are here together as the team, and we are going to dash through a bunch of stuff, hopefully get some resources. Money's fairly tight early.
Money EXP.
And it is spider time.
And it's spider time. This is the second danger room of the run, and it has two patterns, and they're very. It's one of the hardest. All right, we got the possible task pattern, but we're not interested in that game. So we.
Oh no, the throw!
I'm gonna have to buy extra. Seriously?
Oof.
It used the
bomb.
Footloose on the floor. I didn't even know you could do that.
That's a super rare thing.
I'm gonna. I think I either didn't know or forgot about that.
Oh, what am I doing? Why'd I let go?
God.
Oh dear God.
Why'd you let go?
I know
I can survive this. It's just gonna take
survive
a couple
this.
of turns.
It just takes some time. That's a time loss, but we'll manage.
I kind of trapped myself in it. Yeah. Oh, good. Nina got a really quick turn here.
Good thing you had that footloose.
Yeah. I can move.
That
also, it saves your camera when you reset, so it's like really obnoxious.
Yep, it's a little obnoxious to do an exit.
Okay,
because of the camera.
Get in there, buddy.
Yeah,
there we go.
This is honestly the worst danger room in the game. This is technically the better of the two patterns, but
only if you perfect it. Otherwise, it's kind of the same thing but worse.
Even if the road to perfecting that particular room is still a grind in itself, and even when you get good at it, it's still you can still bump one, and it's it can mess you up, but it is recoverable because you just try to pay attention and get one of their attention again, and then drag them into the other room. But that room, particularly the other pattern, is the worst thing in the game.
Yeah, I have focused a lot of my save state practice on that room.
The big struggle is the spiders devour meat at a speed that is
unparalleled.
Yeah.
It is the fastest in the game, and it makes it very difficult to manage them.
I think the only thing that comes close is like the snail enemies, like the hermits. Like those actually eat pretty fast.
Yeah.
One of the other things is you'll notice that I'm chucking meat or bombs sometimes, and other times I'm putting it on the ground. So if you're holding like forward a little bit, you throw, and if you're standing neutral or still, you'll set it. So I was intending to set the bomb and slap him with a sword, and I ended up throwing it because I was still moving forward. So some of that can make it a bit hard.
Yeah,
that's like the absolute class. That's like the absolute classic mistake that I will still make.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Never mind.
Sensitive.
I was looking at that like I should open that.
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know about that one.
200 zennies.
That one, it usually drops fresh meat. That's what I'm after because I'm a little bit low. But
you poor thing.
But, I know, right?
With 200
I only got like
you
6
can buy
bombs
25
instead.
meats. Yeah, you can buy 25 meats. Zenny can be exchanged for goods and services.
During my practice run, I got greedy with bombs and like bought 30 bombs and had like 16 meats. And I'm like, I think I've made a grievous error in judgment here.
All right, so this is
so here.
You thought the early slums were slums, like these are the more slums.
Yeah, this is called end sector for a reason. It's the end of like the entire shelter. Also, there's a giant ant in the background for some reason.
It's very cool. You're not going to see it, and here's us re-meeting up with the Ranger team. But the Ranger team is this is the twist. The Ranger team wants Nina, and Bosch is willing to fight to take her from you. But at this point, Ryu goes Super Saiyan, which is to say he turns into this game's version of a dragon, which is this biotechnical monstrosity. And it makes him unreal powerful. Oh, that's not great.
I forgot to heal her.
Okay.
No, that would have been good. Oh wait, no, because then
Lynn, yeah,
not for me.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. So we see Bosch try to damage you and fail. Right, like
his beast blade just doesn't work.
Yeah, his beast blades just not work. Impossible. We finally see Nina in combat. One of the things she can do is set up traps. You see that there's 3 stars for map and 3 dots for magic and 3 for traps. She's the one that gets to burn those magic stars on traps. We will be using these traps to great effect during the run in various places. They are not, however, fast. Lynn gets a bunch of kind of combo-ish capabilities, but really we're just using her to manage positioning and to knock Bosch back into our traps. And Ryu can move as far as he wants. He has access to a bunch of powerful strikes and a breath weapon. And that breath weapon, using that line capability, is going to be important for us. But Sid said perfect because every frame you hold the button down, you use meter. You use 0.05 of your meter.
That's how that works?
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
It is terrifying. It is horrifying. Right? Like, but it means that you have to get those breath feels right. It used to be that the old emulators weren't good enough, and like you can see in docs, like people discussing back in the day, the old emulators weren't good for breath. Now it's on, but it used to be.
So that was me. That was me who said that. My opinion has already changed. I don't know if it's because my computer sucks and when I stream I lag more, but like my breaths suck now.
Suck on EMU? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It still feels pretty close to me. But anyway, so we have now rebelled against the Ranger Corps. And so now we're trying to go get Nina back to the laboratory where she came from. The medical laboratory, right? Like that is our current plot quest. The game explains to you that yes, you have a dragon meter now, and you can use your run, but it costs you. And you can use the dragon, but it costs you. And turning into the dragon, every turn as the dragon costs 1%. Turning into the dragon costs 1%. Using your strong attack is 1.5. Using your weak attack is 1. We will never use the medium attack. Breath
not
is 0.05. Yep.
I thought about it. I shouldn't have. No, you're right.
It's like we're not even going to talk about how much it costs. It's that useless.
Yeah, it's not worth discussing. You can figure it out. You charging up costs you 2 meter, which is the most expensive thing on that list, and we'll be doing it quite a bit because It's very powerful. But that is the dragon form. It also has high other stats. It has infinite movement that doesn't cost AP. Yet otherwise movement costs AP in this game because it's a tactical movement game.
And you have like complete free range.
Complete free range. You have full like pull out the tape measure and measure your distance style.
Yes.
Tactical stuff.
So this is usually where people stop playing the game because of the D counter.
This is where you get introduced to it as a concept, and it can be.
So just to interject here real quick, Drax is just finished the first of the final boss gauntlet, so he's in the last two boss fights in Fire 4 now. So about 20-ish minutes, I want to say, from the end.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, no, Drax is getting there. This is our third danger room.
Still in this.
Okay, we got the easier pattern, I think, for this room. And
that spooked me.
We're going to manipulate all these monsters to try and get to that meat, but they can't go over the cliff. Lay down some bombs, start the fight.
Should hit. Good.
Clear out, get some dents on the enemies, and then this room we have to hybrid approach it. Bombs into dragon. And here's another one. We want to hit an exact number. Let's see how we do.
Way over. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, that's a bit over. Yep. Just a bit outside.
I saw how tight it is during the 80% tutorial. Like, you should only be at this percent. You're using up a lot of leeway.
I have a lot of places where I can recover 0.5, like 2 or 3. If I get really lucky, I can spike a 7th sense right before Bosch 2. Mm-hmm. And that can save anywhere from 0.5 to 1.5, depending on how high my damage roll is. It's a bad idea, but
the safeties in this game, always cost time, but also you have that dragon meter is an ironclad restriction. You need to have this much dragon meter by the end of the game, or you cannot power through the last bosses with our stuff.
The final bosses are impossible to kill without dragon. Absolutely.
In a speed run scenario. So here we're going to do a little more inventory stuff. We're going to sell our extras. We're going to ID stuff that drops. The ID is almost always worth it, but technically you can find something that costs less than 100. We're back we're back where we started. Great, right? The medical area is just to our right on the screen there, right? So we buy up, we go to the medical area, where life is great. We are proceeding, in Dragon Quarter. We need more bombs. We need more meat.
A couple of extra there since I got the cash. Oh wait, whatever. I could have bought antidotes there, save 12-ish seconds, but I guess I'll show it off. There's another little room over here that actually has 2 antidotes, and that's actually the perfect amount. If you get
there's another room. There's another room over here that has quite the cutscene that you don't want to run into.
there is a hundo category that's called 1/4 because when you actually get the 100% from this game, that's what it's classified as on your save file. You would have to go in there because you need to clear out the mini games to get into the secret dungeon. It's a pretty cool category. I might pick it up at some point, but it does not look
big fan of the 1/4 category. It's one of those things where people are you're supposed to get to 1/4 in multiple runs. This game has a new game plus. As you can kind of imagine from the system I described on Death, right? Why not use that for a new game plus? It does, but you can do it in one go if you are prepared. Unfortunately, some people have decided to hit us down here, and they brought along gas. Enough gas for the entire town. They
enough for Lynn and just Lynn.
really want you dead. They have gassed this entire town to try and retake Nina from you. Every round of combat, you can get any of your characters can get poisoned. For Ryu, it's not a problem. For the other two, that becomes their new life. Deep breath. We're looking for 600.
Yeah, this should be fine. I still have everybody else too.
Oh yeah, so this is one of the backups. You can cool down out of dragon form, and then you're back to your normal moves and your normal AP bar. And
it does shave a little bit of AP. Considering how heavy I went over on the previous one, I figured it'd be better to undershoot.
You're fine with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Totally. Right. So, yep. What we skip over here is Nina sucking up all of the gas into her wings. Like Nina clears the town of poison gas via her wings. Like
The bird
like
climb gets weirder every game, doesn't it?
it sure does. Yep. But yeah, we got an ID, so now we can go into the medical sector, the corporate lab, which is where we wanted to go anyway. So that's what we'll be doing here. Yeah, meanwhile, on the right side, we're into that tyrant phase of the last boss sequence. So yeah, you have another chance to chop here. We're not going to take it. The game points you in the wrong direction here. Like you're supposed to go back. You're supposed to go back towards the camera here, like to proceed. The game absolutely it's just like, hey, yeah, you want to go forward, right? And that leads to an optional section.
It threw me off for a long period of time.
You
can get 1 quarter in a single playthrough. It's just pretty tough.
Yes, it's tough. There are 110 points of like good. Yeah, you played the game wellness. If you get 100 of them, you can do it. And so it's that extra 10 points of slack that make it possible.
The cool part is you get a lot of extra attacks, weapons. You're not as heavily dependent on Dragon. It's a much cooler showcase of what the game has to offer.
Yes,
any percent just also, much easier to learn.
Yeah, it's also right. Like what is an hour IGT becomes 3 hours IGT and 3 hours and change, right? Like real time, right? Like that quarter adds a lot of time.
There are a couple on the leaderboard as well. Dine's run is a really good one. I was watching it the other day. Super cool watch.
That said, we're entering an important room. This is the easy and simple pattern for this room. This is where we're going to solve most of our money problems. These enemies are like the gold bugs in 2, right? Like, and in this game, right, like you want to kill them in essentially 1 hit to get the maximum amount of money. Right?
Unfortunately, I'm going to miss out on Jolt, and I'm going to have a little bit lower of a money curve here.
Yeah, so the other pattern is harder, but gives you 2, 20,000 zenny for the pleasure.
Of it, yeah.
But yeah, like that.
The reason that missing Jolt stinks is a lot of these enemies, Frost is our backup spell, but a lot of the enemies that we're coming up to, either Frost animation is really long and doesn't do a ton of damage, or the enemies straight up absorb Frost, so it's a very bad backup.
Yep, this game, the elemental triangle is fire is weak to ice, is weak to frost, is weak to fire. Right, so like we're about to go we will go through a cold area where everything's weak to lightning. So here is where the quest of the game is set. Essentially, the guy tells us, yeah, like she's a product. We made her. Is she not performing up to specs? And Ryu, understandably, loses his shit. And he's like, okay, nope, like none of this. We're taking her to the sky, right?
Yeah.
Like we're taking her away from you all, away from this sort of, bio-slave kind of setup, right? Like we're going somewhere else, right? Like where you are free, right? And so that is that the arc of the game is now set. Ryu has fully left normality and is headed for the sky to save Nina from being an air purifier slave.
Like, when you phrase it that way,
he's a Dyson.
Like it's like that's what it is. Like it's just she has giant air filters on her back, right? Like it hurt her to take up all that poison. Like that was an effort for her, right? Like,
can I ask one other question for the mechanics?
Sure.
The tactical and rating bonus, how important is that to the run?
Pretty important. So the tactical, like I said, like if you first strike gives you 5% on the tactical. If they're still eating meat, you get another 3%, and first strike gives you 2%.
The real big
something
one
like
is
that.
How many monsters you have in each encounter?
The second number is a combination of how fast do you do it and how many monsters are there. Right. Okay. And so like you'll like we try and get them in packs of 4 in the danger room, not just because the bombs indicate doing that, but like just picking things off gives us less experience. So we tend to try and get enemies in big chunks. You'll see us do it over and over again. And that second number being, the maximum of 10 enemies gets like 200% there, right? Like It's a lot. It's a big deal. It's a lot of experience. That experience goes into our party bucket as well, so we can spend it anywhere. You could theoretically spend it to level any of the characters.
No, not this one. That's my backup. I want to save on the not backup.
Right.
one.
And so there you saw the save interface and you saw 2 slots. Like those are your 2 slots. You have one slot that's back at the beginning of the game, and you have one slot that is your current active save. Right. Like, and like that is it. Right. Like the temp data. Well, you can you can stop your run. Like you can just like, I'm going to stop playing and start again. Like on a DS, right? Like in DSs, you could always like suspend your running and come back. Like that is what that bottom slot is for. Right. Like it's like you can, suspend your run and come back. Right. But that's it. Like that is your save slot for this attempt.
So
Right.
like, I can honestly see that this game being very frustrating to a lot of players who like, I love Breath of Fire, pick it up. It becomes
rough
basically a
casualty.
roguelike.
It had a very difficult reception at the time in 2002 because of that. Like it's such a tone change. It is such a flavor change. It is such a mechanical change, and there's nothing that's like that in the RPG space, right? Like on consoles. Like again, right, this draws very heavily from kind of a wizardry tradition, or like roguelikes or NetHack, right? Like if you weren't that sort of player, this was new, alien, disconcerting, and frankly unfair, right? Like punishing, right? In a way that you wouldn't be like nowadays, right? Like we have nowadays Souls likes are like 15 years old. Everybody knows what a roguelike is, right? Like this is much more grokkable nowadays, right?
Yeah, when I was going through the speedrun tutorial, I run a mystery dungeon game. This would be right up my alley if I were to actually have the game, but also like I understand the mechanics and see how this goes. But damn, that meter's scary though.
Yeah, no, I mean like mystery dungeon games, like we didn't get a ton of those either. Where like Square did a Chocobo dungeon thing on PSX, right? Like, but we didn't have like Sheeran, right? Again, that's also the wizardry tradition, right? Like we didn't get those back, right? Like there's all right, this is the 3rd floor of ice, and it's a very important one. We're going to pick up stuff we need, and we have to deal with 3 different rooms of enemies. This is the first one where we're trying to set up a kill. So we're using bombs the other way you can use them, which is put them on an enemy. They do less damage if you throw them on the enemy, but it also means they're not on the map anymore. So like you can use more of them, right? So that's why we bought a ton of them. We're going to try and initiate the fight so that we can kill them with the final bombs.
You're trying to get the treasure key here, right?
Yes. We also need the treasure key here because we need a tool for sorry, I realized Drexus is done. For Lynn, Drexus is done.
No, Drexus is on to the final boss now.
Yeah,
so there's one
the
more
final boss.
fight, so about 10-ish minutes depending on how it goes. Like Tyrant was pretty okay.
Yeah, it was a little bit rough.
Good turns there.
Having Dark Wave for a while.
Yeah, but made it through all right. I think you still have both Ambrosias as well going into the fight, so it should be fine. I don't know. How many wisdom fruits do you have? Do you also have 2?
Used them yet, so it should be fine.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Right.
Nice.
Meanwhile, Sid is in one of the other kind of bad danger rooms. You have to deal with these bats that can wait for quite a while to come down. You have to use this meat to keep them from approaching you. Right. Like, and again, we're going to try and corner trap them and kill them in a big chunk. And get a bunch of experience for our trouble.
We're gonna have to do this manually. This is where Jolt would be very nice because I could jolt all 3 of them at the same time.
Yeah, and Frost isn't going to do it here.
Oh, that's bad damage roll, unfortunately. We're gonna want to move her away, so they try to go after her.
Yeah, she doesn't actually start with a direct attack, unfortunately. That's not great.
Luckily,
Lynn go first. Yeah. Okay.
Not optimal, but
manageable.
This is going to be a little bit annoying, actually. I got to wait this out.
Oh yeah, confusion affects you on the map. Right?
Yeah, because I got 1 bat left.
Very traditional.
If I trigger the fight now, it's...
Yeah, in theory, you can lead that other bat to water as well, but it's harder. You have less room to work with, and you're managing more monsters in the corner. So Sid is choosing, but yeah, you have to wait out he's waiting out the confusion here.
Let me double check and make sure I didn't get him. Nope, I didn't get a multi-med. Frost won't do anything. Yeah, there's not much I can do here.
Yep.
Just giving Rex
Yeah,
a chance.
Yeah, just an unfortunate piece of the puzzle. And yeah, you can see as well, like we're going to the sky like that. In the lower right hand, we have our map, and we also have a depth meter, right? So as we proceed, you'll see that depth meter.
Well, I guess we're just gonna do it the hard way.
Oof. Yeah. All right. Just have to take the aggressor. He's gonna bite down a few times.
Just in case Lynn gets her turn, I can push him into the fire.
Yeah.
Unfortunate way
Wish
of having to deal with this.
Ambrosia'd.
Actually,
Power flux time.
Oh dear no.
That's sad.
The dragon form die?
My dragon form might die to this. Oh, not quite. Close.
Ooh.
His sketch.
Right, Ambrosia time.
And that's like what we were talking about when Countdown was here earlier, right? Like you can enter the Astral Fight in a pretty weakened state, so you might have to use the Ambrosia kind of soon. But then again, he can just go ahead and use Soul Rend like more or less at any point, which immediately puts you back at 1 HP, so you have to use the second one already.
Yeah, I'm
So
hoping
it can be
not.
very dicey.
Please don't. Please be kind to me, Astral. If it's kind to me, I beat my world record on this.
Nice. A segment or whole run?
The whole run. Oh, I power fluxed again. That's not nice.
That's rude. Yeah.
I'm literally
Yeah, but that is like-
17 seconds behind my PB and my world record, and I know I've got like 3 minutes time save in this one fight.
This fight, right?
Yeah,
no.
like Astral and Tyrant can be really hard if they want to be.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Meanwhile, the Cid is coming up on the fight that defines the run, so to speak. Right? It is the point at which we are at our weakest against what the enemies are presenting. And so this is why we picked up the cleaner. We're going to have to manage a series of fights and try not to use too much D-meter in solving them. Right, like we're dealing with a situation where we do not outspeed the enemies to a significant degree, and that is going to be a problem because like we just don't have the levels, we don't have the armor, we don't have any tools here except for kick and like kick the dragon and the cleaner. So like this fight is very much kind of like the inflection point in the run.
At least. Oh no, we didn't even hit 17. Yeah, that's my fault for splitting up the fight. It massively nerfs the EXP you get from that set of enemies in the previous room.
Yeah, ideally it's 17 Ryu, 13 Lin. That's not where we are.
It's 17 is what you're looking for. Yep. Buy an extra one of these.
Prox bombs, yeah.
Prox bombs. Yep, prox bombs are a new type of map tool. They detonate after a time when enemies get close.
Okay, and then
we will be using quite a few of those as well.
Good,
save token. There's a save both before and after this fight. There's a phone book before and after this fight, which tells you something.
Yep. The big one is we grabbed cleaner in that room that we went out of our way to pick up that blue chest. That will suck the enemies towards us, and if we combo it, it will suck a wide range of enemies towards us. And that's basically the only way to do this room. So that's one of my safety saves, was just in case I sold the cleaner there, which I have done in practice, and it's pretty much a GG. There's no way to handle this fight without it.
You barely care about identifying anything else. It's easy to kind of get in the pattern. But this plot-wise, right, like this is the Rangers catching up with us. Again, right, like we are doing what they don't want us to do. And so
what's our turn order?
How bad is the turn order?
It's as bad as it glitz. Yep.
So you didn't see us use this before, but we actually have like a tactic style turn meter where we can move people, right, like up and down it, right, or down it rather, inside of our capabilities. And so that here we kind of manage the meter. We move Nina down a little bit at a time, try and save time, but we want her to be able to heal in case either her or Lynn gets pounded.
See how that works.
We'll gamble one more. If she dies, then Lynn can't die. It's fine.
Yeah.
Or you know what? Okay, fine. If you're gonna be like that, then you obviously
miss.
want her to
Roll
live.
the dice again.
I'll take it. No, I want my
All right.
EXP.
All right.
Yeah, it's. I can't move her turn because she did something.
And yeah. Yep. And yeah, Lin has a whole complex combo system with a ton of different options. Again, we're only really going to see the cleaner gives us the one thing we really need here, which is line everything up for Ryu to lay the hammer down. Oh no, Nina can't move. Right,
Yeah.
equip cleaner. We move into position, so we have 40 AP
here
or more.
Yeah, normally I
And then-
set for 40, but I
Yeah.
decided to turn back a little bit here.
And here you
I
see-
probably that's bad.
You
I'm gonna
see
have to
hey
kick
hey
twice,
into
I
come
think.
here. All right. Yep. Normally come here pulls 1 as it says. We get multiple people with that, and that's how we put everybody in the middle of the map to try and get them in a line for Ryu's breath. Because there's no other way we're going to be able to do the amount of damage we have to do to these
Gonna have
things.
to do this.
This fight has something like 8,000 HP in it. We are not capable of doing that much damage.
I'm gonna have to actually kick you over a little bit more. That should get me where I need to go. Hopefully.
Kick. We picked up kick from that first danger room. It's a safety that can be very useful here because it is, lining up, 8 enemies is not the best situation. You're missing one.
Yeah, we're trying here.
I
think
that's
we're
not
gonna have to
better.
let the gunner go. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
44.
All right, they'll have to deal with that guy. I'm coming over here. Shouldn't have kicked the other guy again. This is going to be a bit of a drawn-out fight, but we're in a winning position at this point.
Yeah, 800
Just not a
power.
quick one.
One 7 to 800 person mook is much easier to deal with than 8 of them. Funk.
But quickly coming back to Breath of Fire 4, is it me or is Nina comboing more with this team than it was on Team Rio earlier? Just going back to the whole sleeper agent thing, because it looks like she is. She's barely missing any of those combos. But yeah, Astral is definitely putting up a bit more of a fight than he did earlier for Team Rio, which is... But we are getting to the end over here.
We're probably just short of the next combo killing. It's probably about a combo in a bit until he's dead.
I think you still have a Wisdom Seed and the Ambrosia, so we should be fine on resources. Also still a bunch of soul gems, but you kind of saw how quickly we were wasting through those because of all the attacks that Astral was looking out there. And this is like basically the worst thing that could have happened. Physically attacking Rio's dragon form. This is literally what you do not want to see ever. Like, it's
I
fine
just
if he
guarded
uses
as well.
his
This could be bad. I didn't use
because only
Ambrosia
Rio can use the Ambrosia. No other team member can actually use them.
Right. So if you lose dragon form, you have to Ambrosia with Ryu, and then thankfully he comes back at full health, but it just slows you down.
Apparently, that is actually it.
You were there.
Oh,
Wait,
GG.
Was it enough?
I didn't think that was going to be enough. I guess the combo before did slightly more than I thought it
All of
did.
that being so
well.
combo
Yay.
heavy earlier got you
GG
down.
for Team Nina.
GG.
Rip
And
1,000 EXP there.
That's like a 2-minute world
and that's
record.
Oh my god, what a
GG.
finish.
Wonderful.
What a finish for Team Nina. Holy hell.
Yeah, they made you sweat it by knocking out Ryu in the last cycle.
Doesn't matter.
All right.
That was a bit of a clutch.
I mean, I totally
Again,
knew
it
that
would
was
have been
gonna
fine
kill.
on the
That's why I
resources.
didn't use the Ambrosia. Yeah, I knew that was going to kill.
All right. So over on the Sid side, we see one of the best things about this game tactically is that you can use as many items as you want for free, AP wise. And it's fantastic. But we're in the second fight now, which is they brought along a giant robot. Here we're going to see our charge.
Asimov, right?
Yep, Asimov. This is Asimov. We charge up and we attack him in the back for a higher chance of critical. We succeed. Asimov will explode if not defeated within 3 turns.
4 frames, not bad.
Once he gets below a certain threshold of health, but we just tap him and he's dead. because we
go,
overkilled
go,
Really
them so
quick, that
thoroughly.
was a PB for Draxus, right? On Breath of Fire 4?
PB and world record. Yeah.
Yeah, that means it was a world record. Holy hell.
That's amazing. All right, we're in the final piece of the fart. Our former boss herself
Yes.
has decided
Yes.
she needs to end
Yes.
the
Head
battle.
out.
As
Kill
Rex
Lynn.
starts.
Kill Lynn. Kill
Kill
Lynn. I need the XP killer. No!
She can take 2 to 3 actions, which can be either single or double swipes. And so she can just decide to kill any one of the 3 if she wants.
Nina is the most likely to go down because of her extremely low HP.
Yep. And again, we're going to charge and kill. And that's going to be for a bit. That's the plan. And then we're going to have to start double charging and killing. As Rex also leaves Ranger HQ with Bosch in tow. But we're doing
As long as I stop playing like I was for the last 5 to 10 minutes, Rex can't catch up. But I have displayed the ability to give him the chance.
Yep. Yeah, no,
we're leaving at 23.5 or 6. I'll probably do a little bit of a safer Tantra to steal back another 0.5%. Normally, we level up before Tantra 2. I'm going to actually level up before Tantra 1 so I can up my damage a little bit. As long as we make it through the next couple of fights, we should be all right.
Yeah.
Real quick, thank you so much for having me. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to hop out of the call and you guys can bring this relay to an end. So see you guys around. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
So the cutscenes we're going to be skipping now are essentially the people in charge of this entire society hiring a team of mercenary scum to assassinate us. It is very clear that these are like the lowest of the low, right? Like the most disgusting and brutal of the tools they could be using. But then that's what we're kind of walking up into here. All right. We're just actually seeing a different item pattern with the same enemy pattern on Rex's side. And if you can remember what happened for Sid, you'll be able to see kind of point for point which, how
The
what
big
they face
thing
differences is different and how what they face is the same.
The box pattern can be the exact same. The only thing is it pulls from a different pool depending on which pattern it is. The big thing is that almost means nothing except you know which boxes to break, but it cycles through its contents on every frame.
Right.
So you're basically at the mercy of RNG, or at the very least, you can blame yourself if you get a bad drop, theoretically.
Yeah, that's the item patterns aren't necessarily like, congratulations, you're going to get this thing where you wouldn't get it in the other. Sometimes they are, but sometimes they're not. Or sometimes it's just that it's easier to hit the boxes you want to hit.
All right, now for the most annoying room to me.
Oh yeah, this is another DR. The enemies have a couple of weird behaviors in here sometimes that can make it difficult to manage them. You're managing a bunch of bats in a corridor here, where you have to kind of lure them over to the corner where you're preparing to blow them up. And one of them has a tendency to get lost. Here's where we're using our prox mines.
8, 10, 12. All right. That was the one I was most worried about choking.
Yeah, you need all those prox mines to do the job. And then
luckily this is slow, but I'm gonna get through the fight.
Yeah, you're gonna get through in the first round. Hopefully. You should be able to.
I'm hoping that I spike some good EXP boxes here. Oh no, that's so annoying. Let's see here.
Rex gets the same pattern for DR1. But Rex never misses on that setup. Sid and I were practicing, Rex is just in the background repeatedly succeeding at it, just 100%ing it 50 times while Sid and I are trying to work out why are we just off here?
Yeah, there's a pretty big gulf between us. Luckily, Rex is very helpful with setting things up. Unfortunately, that bat being separate really hamstrung the EXP here, so I'm probably going to be under leveled the rest of the run unless I spike some pretty big EXP crates.
Yeah.
Sure. And these drops are kind of bad. Mainly, most of these boxes that I've been opening, I've been aiming for stat boosting items. Mainly what we're looking for is at least one reflex by the end of the game. And ideally, as many power meals as the game sees fit to give us.
Yeah. We're not that far under level for what we need to do, but we are like a lot of this game has kind of ranges where like a point or two is enough to change the math. Especially because we're using things like charge and such to double or to get double or quadruple the power of our stats in places. Unfortunately, temporary boosts almost all the temporary boosts in the game don't work with the dragon form, so it's hard to get even further multipliers. There is an exception, and it's an exception that is super relevant.
Yeah, I think I'm
by and
going to go
large,
for
we
the
don't get
spare
those
drop
tools.
before Bosch 3 because I might need that gas somewhere.
Yeah.
Where, I don't know, but I'm...
So yeah, we run into a room of dead rangers. Just like a bunch of dead bodies all over. It certainly doesn't foreshadow anything. There we're just getting something out of our inventory we'll never use. We're never going to use that firebomb trap.
Yeah, I didn't want to pick it up, but ended up getting it by accident anyway.
This is the assassins. This is the crazy, horrible, evil assassin group.
I'm gonna play this a little bit safe here by doing it slightly different. Normally you'd charge up here, but we're gonna just twist her twice, which saves 0.5%, which seems like nothing, but it's actually massive.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Rex got an easier pattern for accumulator, but did not get anything. Did not get what we were hoping for there. Got an armor boost instead of a power boost.
Yeah, armor boost is the biggest slap in the face. I do have a magic boost. That's nowhere near as good as power boost because magic scales in a really awful way. But it could help, so I might as well hold on to it. There's a lot of places where you can set safety flares to offset your damage, and considering the fact that I'm going to be under leveled, I probably want those safety flares.
Yeah, definitely.
The main reason I'm like shaving bits of my dragon counter here and there, a lot of the later fights are damage ranges, which is complicated by being under leveled.
Rex is gonna have to do it without it's a level 6, no tools. So this you're gonna see the trading. You're gonna see this slightly risky trading blows thing happen here when it enrages, I think. So yeah, we see this spirit charge. We take a turn off to get our AP up to max. You can have 2 times your AP bar at any one time, and it's useful. And then the combo system in this game we didn't talk about it a ton, but you get 10% for every new move you use. So in theory, you can work through every single move in your list in 180 AP and end up with a combo with a plus 80% on the last hit. Meanwhile, Sid is doing a setup for the second of the assassin group, where we get him against the wall. Here we can set on the prox bombs to hit him twice for each prox bomb. Use up basically all the rest of our prox bombs, set up 3 more bombs, and then finish him off here.
Little bit short because
a little bit short. You can mop it up.
Yeah, one of the prox bombs didn't hit him twice, or maybe 2 of them, but close enough. Luckily, I don't have to go to the top floor, which is like abysmal when I used to have to do that. I was like, oh, I can just jam Ryu into the rails and we're good to go.
There it is. Cyclops' anger explodes. Oof.
That's a good start. Party.
All right. Next gets through. But yeah, those, like, if it decides to double sledgehammer there, you can definitely find yourself dead. So Also, on your shield, you can have a skill equipped. That skill can take away from your AP bar. That's why you saw things like the Cid selling shields and Rex Dawn de-equipping shields. It's because there's 5 AP that you could have that the shield takes away from you for the pleasure of its ability. This is
Nice
Tantra
rolls.
2.
Yeah, that treasure pattern was a really nice roll because it gave me a lot of extra EXP there to help subsidize my inability to do danger rooms properly. We're on 80, so we want a fire blast here.
You got there.
Okay, we're gonna check out this back room because we could get some big money. Nope. Nope. I'll take the extra tonic though. Ideally, we don't use tonics. They're not really that great, but if you die, you can revive yourself. And in a lot of the later bosses, you need to basically max out your AP to actually break through their defensive barrier. So tonic is kind of like a bad AP charge or full AP, which we can spike from boxes, but it has saved runs before. So
here we see Rex do it the other spider pattern. The spiders are on the floor in the first room. You have to manage them. They eat the meat fast, but it's entirely doable. You can't. The other room can be wrapped up in one if you're careful. That room you just kind of have to do two.
I don't need any of this. Wait, do I have? I have one prox bomb. I want extra.
So now Cid is in free sector. Essentially, it's a place slightly outside the control of the ruling government, where people can trade things, come together to trade things outside of their auspices. And here we see, do we have big weapons?
Some mildly large weapons.
That shop can actually have no weapons, or it can have the weapon that you're going to finish the run with, and it's all up to
yeah, we're going to be checking the next store to see if we get a good one. The one thing about this is the frame you start the game on kind of seeds all of the RNG.
Not all of it. It seeds, but it seeds which rooms you'll get, which item patterns you get, not which items, just the patterns of the boxes, and that includes things like danger rooms, shops, right? Like those are the big things, right? So in theory, there is a frame on which to start the game, which will give you the best route. And that has been mapped out, but neither runner is using it here. It is a fairly involved process to hit, and there's not much of a recovery for it. Right. So one person hitting and another would not hitting it's not just a matter of like, oh, okay, it's a little slower. No, it's a significant gain to be had, and so neither runner is targeting.
All right, you can eat that. I'll be going this way.
Yeah, we are working our way to the Trinity base at this point because it's obvious that the Rangers and the government are not in any way interested in letting us by. Trinity being the terrorist revolutionaries that Lynn is part of. You're the same enemy action set for Rex and Cid here. One melee.
Bruh, pick a side.
And so we didn't talk about it at the time, but these G flares save us if perfectly breath save us 0.65. That's why we're using them, even though they are kind of slow. That extra 0.65 gives you a lot more to work with. There is you can just have Ryu solve the problem, but that costs 2.8 instead of 2.15, and that's you have less to work with.
Cool boxes, not a decent. I really want to see a reflex. I could use a power meal, but reflex.
You really want a reflex, yeah.
Make sure that the second to last final boss can't outspeed you, and if he does, You need to do a very specific backup. I have an idea how it works, but I've never been able to practice it because the one time he did outspeed me, I didn't notice and just swapped turns. Luckily, he decided to split his damage between Ryu and Nina, so I just lived for free.
Right. So Sid is, they're in the Trinity pit. Nina's in medical care now. The revolutionary leader is here, and he's making noises like he's going to help us and everything. And then things go sideways real quick. Trinity doesn't want to let you leave. Trinity doesn't want to let Nina leave because Nina is evidence of crime. So Ryu's like, nope. And so this is the Trinity fight. This is where we'll be abusing Ryu's ability to move the most. Because if Ryu couldn't cover the entire map, we wouldn't be able to do this in one round. Thankfully, we can, so we're just going to hit everything like the Fist of an Angry God, because it is the Fist of an Angry God, and end the fight in 8% of your Dragon Bar.
Yeah, you can slightly speed this up by using a beam on those first two. But
sorry, it's 9%. Sorry, it's 1 + 2 + 2 + 1 + 1 + 1 + 1. So yeah,
there we go. Leaving at 42 means I have at least a vortex in my back pocket, if not a twister. So we're in a really good spot right now.
Yeah. On Rex's side, we see a mechanic that we didn't talk about, but much like kind of the Earthbound, green swirl, if an enemy is so easy as to go down in one hit, initiating combat with them will just kill them. And all of their XP turns into party XP, right? There's no every person gets this XP. No, it's all just party XP for you to freely spend. We see the other Duke DR room pattern here, which means we're going to see Lynn's special map action, which is to say she can charge up and shoot people and knock them back. So she can both initiate combat at range as well as manage enemy movement in another way. But ultimately, the plan is the same. Get them in a line, use the bomb on the two big ones, and breath them into oblivion. Just a question of how you have to do that room. That room is very different between the two configurations. Not all of them are as different as that. Sure.
I'll take every little bit of EXP I can scavenge at this point.
Yeah. And so having stopped Trinity Pit from kind of keeping us in, the guy in charge of the Trinity Pit gives us one of the keys we'll need to get to the sky. And off we go, continuing upward through Lifeline. Let's just say we're headed up to the next area, and the actual major power generation section of this entire thing. There's a bunch of the first bosses over there, like a bunch of them. We walk around it by sticking to the right.
Multiple? Sure, just grab everything. That'll be easier that way. Or not everything. Sort. Yes. Please. Sort, please. Thank you. Oh my god. No, don't do that. Absolutely not.
I give up.
Whoa.
Yeah,
hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's the other thing. As I mentioned, what you could do if you die, you can access that quit beforehand with that emergency section of the menu, which is takes you to the do you want to reset the game or do you want to set your last save point? Right, you don't have to die to access it. All right, this is one of the things. Either the enemies will rush you and they won't, and you can't really tell until it happens. Yeah, this is.
I could have doubled back there. Yeah, it was 2 AP charges. Luckily.
Yeah, 2 AP charges gives you a lot of leeway in terms of your ability to execute your safeties.
Nina is okay. Yeah.
We're coming up on probably the other roughest fight. Bosch has decided that he really wants to stop you and has undergone quite the medical experiment to make that possible. He has a dragon. He has grafted a piece of dragon onto his body.
Logical thing to do.
Yeah, it's perfectly sane and logical. This whole time, Bosch is just like, I was beaten by a lesser. This cannot stand. Right, the world is not such that this can stand, right? And so he's just over the course of the game, he's just slowly losing his mind at the concept that Ryu's just an
Nice.
inhuman monster. I think you got him.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Nice.
Yeah. If things go poorly there, and a lot of places in this run we rely on crits. Crits are obviously not guaranteed, and so like if we under crit, we can we will be in a position where things are terrible. Like that's why we attack from the back so often. Both accuracy and critical are affected by being in the back half of the sprite. But through Bosch 2,
it's super important on 2 bosses. One of them is really awful.
Yep. This is the last real town. Top sector borough. This is where the people that have the low ratios, right? Like people that are like Bosch with a 1/64th and such.
Yo, the Celtis and a VB blade. Let's go. I'm still gonna check the store though. Let's see here. Plasma for Violet.
The reason you would check despite the Celtis is that Celtis has a lower 2 hit, so he makes some of the setups a little dicier if you aren't behind the enemies.
It does have higher damage.
It's higher damage, but slower and less accurate.
Yeah, we'll take the Celtis +1 over a strong plus. What I wanted to see was a Mandu, but
yep, can't always get it.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, recently at RTA in Japan, the runner ended up having to finish the run without any of the weapons they wanted.
Oh, with just VB blade?
They just bricked every single one. All right, again, Rex gets the easy but less money pattern for the gold bugs and does successfully. Here we're in the power section of the world. We get our first real encounters with skeletons. Skeletons mechanic is that there's an enemy in the room that you have to kill before any of them will die for real.
Okay.
And we are forced into a room where we have to do that once, and it's this upcoming room right here. The item pattern can be such that those boxes that are blocking there are in the room or not, and separate from any enemy patterns. And so we're trying that little guy is the thing we need to kill. And we need to kill him in a fight that has no other enemies in it.
We're going to have to take the L on that one. I'd rather have him dead than... All right, we're good to go. I wasn't about to risk that since I still had kick on the Sapphire Messier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That we're losing the XP there, but at least the skeletons are dead.
Yep. Levels are going to be absolutely abysmal this run, so we just got a crit.
Yeah.
Just do the damage, forehead.
Yep. Yeah. Here's Rex is going through a segment where the game can decide that you need to D-dash twice to avoid encounters, or you cannot have to do that, and it's purely up to the game's enemy pattern choice, right? And there's a number of places like that in the game. This floor that Rex is on is one of them. There's a couple places in Power 1 where the Sid is, where similarly the game can decide that you're on an enemy pattern that you can not have to D-dash on or use meat on or not. And it's just the RNG has given you a problem today. But yeah, like I've been talking as if the game is hard, but like realistically, we've been seeing the Sid tear through every combat, right? Like every boss combat in like one round, right? Like, admittedly, it's because numbers are going the way, but it's like, what's the deal, right? Like, why are we worried about any of this, right? Like, we're not even half through our dragon meter yet, right? Like, surely, right? Like, things are great. No, we're coming up on the boss rush that is basically the last part of the game, and it demands a lot of dragon meter out of you for one specific reason, which we're going to see shortly. All right. Rex.
Hey, let's go.
Oh, yeah, there's the reflex you need.
Unfortunately, it does is make sure that Bosch 3 can't go before us. Yeah. But that in itself is massive.
Yeah, that is still valuable.
Right? Spoilers for who the boss is coming.
Yeah. No. The cutscene we skipped showed that Bosch was not dead, right? Like the dragonized form of Bosch. But he's not the boss that's coming up. What's coming up is something we have not seen before. I've mentioned like the people that are in charge. We are going to meet one of the people in charge here, and he is super uninterested in us proceeding. He's so uninterested, in fact, that he's going to introduce a new mechanic to the game, which is that all of the bosses from here on out have a defense field that nullifies some chunk of your damage done in each combo. Which is to say that like say you're doing a combo and like you do a hit, whatever, like until you have chewed through their shield, which regenerates every time you start a combo, you can do no damage to them.
Absolute defense fields, or
absolute
as some of us like to call them AT fields.
they look like AT fields, like they're hexagons in front of you, right? But the game calls them absolute defense fields, and they are the big reason that we have to use Dragon for the last part of the fight. Is you have to get past, like, the numbers will be different here, right? You'll see them.
Nice.
You'll see the stack, right? Like you see that 9-12 into 14-10, like that. Those numbers are so different because of the shield. The shield just took off 200.
The shield chews off a lot of our damage.
200 damage from each of those combos, and dragons don't combo, so each of those vortex, initial hits, right? Like the first one was much weaker because of the absolute defense field. Every boss from here on out has this. The game is forcing you to either level your brains out, combo your brains out, right? Because like if you combo, right, like through all of that with those combo percent adding damage, you can get through those fields without dragoning.
Yeah,
or
but
you
need like a whole AP bar to do any reasonable amount of damage.
Yep. So like the game is demanding something of you here, and this is kind of the second point. Like I said, the game is really demanding something of you here, and these bugs.
You're gonna go for a safety save here.
Okay, yeah, there's a save point back here. Those bugs very quickly lock onto you once they drop.
Maybe.
Makes them dicey. Here's Rex doing the DR ice room the way that you can kind of pseudo-optimally do it, get everything in the corner and blow it up. It's no problem for Rex. Rex is the world record holder. The world record Rex holds is done with seed manipulation, so there's not likely to see that challenge here, but that's the difference in times between Sid's best and Rex's best is substantial. So it is. As long as things go well for the Sid, as long as things go
Frostroad, this is how it should look. Because my Frostroad was abysmal.
Yeah, but like as long as nothing goes too terribly wrong for the Sid, I think Team Ryu's going to take it. But still, like,
no pressure, Sid.
Yeah.
I mean, the safety save should keep me out of catastrophic.
Safety save should keep you out of a catastrophic. Right. So this is
like if I didn't save, he could beat me 100%.
Yeah. This is an enemy with another unique sort of mechanic in terms of drop, where the turn on which you kill it determines what it gives you. And the best answers are survive until the last turn and kill it in the first turn. And we choose kill it in the first turn to get a 7th sense, which is the one buff item that breaks the rules on being able to buff dragon form. Even Rex is going to safety save here before storage, because, as I said, storage is kind of an inflection point.
The way that it was put to me by Dine is 7th sense is like half of a charge from dragon form.
Right.
It is a pretty massive bonus.
But the other thing is that the reason it works is because like dragon form kind of like overwrites your normal stat lineup, and then 7th sense jumps in and says, "Hey, but I wanted to do this." Right? Like, so it still happens. Like 7th sense aggressively does something differently that the other boost items do not do, and so that's why 7th sense works. This is a room where if the enemies are all here are one way, they'll charge you, and if the other, they'll just kind of like run away from you.
Yeah, there's like no indicator, so you either dash through that room or you should probably chuck some meats, which I have like 10, and there's nothing else to really use them on. So
there is an indicator, but it's subtle. Rex explained it to me once. But here you're going to see the Sid. You know this character if you've been watching the cutscenes. This is Cupid. Cupid has a pet, and Cupid's going to have that pet try to kill one of your party mates, and we're just not going to let it happen. Cupid is thankfully not really a challenge.
So I am staying on VB Blade, which is much weaker here, because it will kill regardless.
Yeah. Cupid is just a softer target. But again, like if you overuse Dragon or are afraid of using Dragon, or like this fight becomes a problem. And again, each fight we're using up charge, twister, right? Like that is, and then change 8% each fight. Right.
So Quexel's bringing up that we have the choice of regions here.
Yes.
After we do, I guess we can split the path before we get to Cupid, but Cupid's just a guaranteed kill with the 2 twisters. I'm not sure what the other one looks like. Right here, we can also choose a different path, and the other one is like 3 enemies versus 1. So
yes, the other path is Bosch's father, and he comes with 2 friends, and it's just that fight sucks for speed running. Hortensia is the other one. Hortensia is kind of a mage. Her fight's a little weird, but it's not terrible. But the other thing is that the layouts for the stuff are different. So like the 7th sense is on Cupid's path. So we go down Cupid's path, right? Like we want the 7th sense. It's in Cupid's path. We go down Cupid's path, right? We could probably take Hortensia, but we're not interested in skipping the 7th sense.
Yeah, I don't even think 1/4 does Hortensia. It does go down that path to get a couple of the extra room explorations, but that's about it.
Right. Yep. One of the criteria sets for 1/4 is a map exploration, and you can't explore the whole map in your first run. It is not possible. The game does not allow it.
So I could be using D-Dash here to save a little bit of time. I do have a significantly additional margin of counter, but I want to save that for just in case twisters. And really, I am not good with this pattern.
Okay,
we're probably going to see a circus here.
This boss has an additional mechanic, which is that they turn invisible, and to see them again, you need to break through their AD field. This is the I hope you like traps and are set up with traps fight. However, we only have a weak trap, so what we try to do is we try to set all of our traps on exactly the same pixel, so that when Jesuit runs into them, Jesuit hits multiple, it counts as a combo, it breaks through his AD field, and then Ryu can turn him into paste. Right? But like if that doesn't happen, we are going to take some hits here. Oh no, he went around them.
This would not be the first time I've seen him do this.
I've never seen him do that. That's not good. Not good.
I do have a question.
Worst case, he kills Lynn here.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. At least that was in the right spot. This is why I got the tonics.
Yeah.
When it comes to
he got to pre-primus all of them.
Okay, good.
Into kickflip.
Okay.
Into shotgun. Into backflip. So I think Ryu's dead. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
When it comes to placing the traps on the ground, like you say, it has to be like on the same pixel. How precise is the movement with the control?
It is 30 non-interlaced frames a second, right? Like it's
don't know if he shadow
it's
walks
touchy.
this turn.
It is touchy. I think he does.
Come on.
I think he shadow
Turn around
walks.
and kill Lynn, please.
Oh no. He's gonna.
I forgot to heal. Okay,
the full primus, not the pre-primus. He stopped. Okay.
Multi-med. Still got the multi-meds.
So at the multi-meds. Yeah, like this is this fight having gone sideways, and we get to take full advantage of the fact that it doesn't cost anything but the items to use items in fights. It is a real grace for the casual player, and honestly, it's a grace for us too.
Of course, he still got his turn, so I think I have to lay out flares again and hope.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, the reason we're not trying to like attack him with the other characters is that AD field, right? Like there's just nothing we can do to him here, right? Like without Ryu dragoning.
So we'll try and bait him this way and hope that this works.
Mm-hmm.
Best case scenario, he goes after Lynn here.
And so here because here you see something where like you have AP and you use AP to
This
move.
is so annoying.
But your movement limit is separate from the AP, right? So you saw Lynn, right, like could not move her full AP bar. Right.
No, he's still. Oh, this is getting really obnoxious.
Yeah,
I'm just
like,
gonna need to start plowing into him with
Ryu didn't die here. That's the big thing. Is so like Ryu's going to get to act, right? Like so you should be fine. Right?
No, Ryu's got stunned again.
Oh, he got stunned again?
Yeah. I have the multi-meds to heal it, but he keeps stunning him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to we'll just heal him up again, and if it goes sideways, we'll reset. Let's see here.
Yeah, you're basically you're running out of tools.
It's spiraling. Yeah.
You're running
out of tools. Please hit me. Put Lynn right in the middle. There's Shadow Walk. Now we just gotta hope he goes after Lynn here, or pops into. Ryu is still alive, so I can backpedal with him.
You could. Why backpedal? Just kill him. Just drive him.
I can't. He's shadow walked.
Oh right.
I can't do anything unless he walks into it.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. All right, that was abysmal. Woo! Okay, right. I'll take your EXP, Nina. Yes, Ryu's getting it all. Wait, what? She took so little damage. All right.
There you go. There's
okay. VB does kill here.
I think pre-Primus is a gravity attack. Like it is meant to be a combo starter, possibly for Primus, given the naming.
I have never had such a Jesuit fight. Bop, and he's not going to hit the wall. So this back leg is where I need to line myself up with, so I actually hit him, because his speed is so high. If I even hit him from the side, it's a 50% chance to hit him.
Oh, wow.
This is why I saved, by the way. As you can clearly see, this is why I saved.
But first try.
Yeah, first try.
First try.
Well, we take it, but yeah, this again, like I said, like the regions just demand a lot of you. Each of them has a specific angle of attack that demands stuff from you. Jesuit is definitely the trickiest.
That one was really my fault, because I don't know the setup properly for him going to the left. He can either go to the left of the pool table or the right. The right is much easier. That one, he always seems to go wide of the flares, so I'm positioning my party in the wrong spot. And when Rex sees it, he's going to have a coronary and be like, what are you? That is not the video. What are you doing? I told you to watch the video.
Yeah.
I can't confirm. Even I know how that fight works.
Yeah. And so here, like I mentioned the key on the mantelpiece. We have downed 3 regions and gotten a 4th key. We have the 4 keys we need to open those 4 doors and then this final door. We are at
might as well throw down a save.
Yeah, might as well throw down a save. We are at floor at height like 300 now. So there's only 300 meters to the surface.
Yeah, it's because the center hall is minus 390. So it'd be
Yeah, center is like 400 to 390, and then that last teleporter moves you up a good chunk, and then we have to ride a big honking geovator elevator.
All right, so everybody getting smoked there kind of fixed my EXP curve. That was just an abysmal way to fix that. I'm not very happy.
So this isn't a Mega Man game, but Capcom still loves their elevator fights.
They do.
It's elevator fight time. You have beat this dragon, actual other dragon, before you get to the top. Is the condition this fight is started on. The dragon starts off by copying themselves with 2 other bodies, because that's fair.
We're gonna play this safe and lay the flares down. Yeah. My level did curve out, so I should be okay. But should and 100% will are 2 different things.
Yeah.
So this.
So here's where we're going to use our first, second sense here, 7th sense rather, and we're also going to charge twice. Like that's how much we need the damage. That
Fortunately, if you have a brain fart and don't use the 7 cents, you can actually charge 3 times here and just use it in the next fight.
Right.
This is the other one that has
another
super high speed. So if you don't hit him from behind, you're not hitting nothing. Especially with a Celtis.
Yep. He also has a form of AD. And yeah, you saw it there. And again, we have to use 8% of our meter to kill this boss. And just like we used 8% on the other 3 bosses. The end of the game demands, 48% of your meter, like 48 to 50% of your meter. Like that's a matter of course.
Lol. The best you should be at is like level 33 here, unless you get really good EXP drop, or apparently just get everybody murdered in Jesuits after a literal circus.
So the second last boss is coming up now, right?
Yep. We are in the chamber with the door to the roof, 110 meters from the sky. Yes, and Bosch shows up, be like, wait.
I want screen time.
But it's like, I refuse to let you see this guy. Bosch at this point is very dragonized, right? Like now it's become less of like, it is Ryu and Bosch, but it is also Ojin versus Chetre, right?
Is this game just basically touch grass?
I mean, that is the goal.
It is touch grass per strength. Yes, it is.
But Bosch has been taken over by the dragon. So the dragons
so
are
time
now
isn't on kill here. It's when the final cutscene plays.
Right.
I'll let you get when exactly that is.
Right, but then the fully dragon Bosch here. Bosch is in the same sort of dragon form that you have. We have the speed to outspeed him. We're going to use our 7 cents for the last time. Right, but
I really was hoping we'd need to use a vortex, and instead we needed to use about 10 minutes to kill one of the bosses.
Yeah. And yeah, we're gonna charge and kill. Here, but yeah, like it's the dragons. It is Ryu and Bosch, but it's also the dragons essentially competing to be the one that reaches the sky. Right, legacy.
Well, that's the quote-unquote final boss. We do have an additional form after this. That we need to beam down. Basically, the game forces us to hit 100% here. If you hit 100% in that fight, it's game over. But if you can only hit 100% in this next fight.
Yeah. Oh, I'm wondering about that in the video.
Yeah, I actually hit 100% in one of my first runs, and I was like, "Oh, that's what happens."
Yeah. No, like this. The optimal strategy here is to be at 99.99%. Right, actually 99.95 because breath always moves it by a 0.05, right? Like if you are any higher than that, this is technically a time loss because you could have used
and that's it. Time for me.
You could have. Congratulations. Like you could have used.
Unfortunately, the Elgato does this whenever there's like a black screen for too long. It just cuts out, and I'm like, this thing is going in the garbage, and I'm buying some other capture card because I think that's also the reason why my capture looks a bit goofy.
Yep, GG. But yeah, you can use D dashes to save more time. Rex has an exact thing. It's like every percentage of dragon meter you don't use is worth this many, many seconds of time save, right? Like so, like the optimal end is to hit that breath sequence at 99.95 or above.
What a clown show! My freaking recording is at 90 minutes.
Not great, not your best, but you did manage to pull out right like that fight going sideways.
That whole time with Jesuits, I was like, should I just reset? I feel like I should just reset.
Those are my thoughts too. It's just like I don't know how to evaluate this fight. Like I do not know if you should reset or not. But like I was definitely
It was very tempting. If I was gonna reset, I needed to do it immediately.
Yes. Yeah. And the thing is, having seen the tutorial video and seeing how that fight should have gone, I'm surprised you did the straight up reset with the save just outside.
Right.
The save is not that close because I would have had to go through Cupid again.
But compared to what happened,
it's probably still more or less the same. If I had reset immediately, it may have been a bit better. The thing is, at the moment if I would have seen him shadow walk sooner and then go around the flare, I would have reset. He took forever to shadow walk, which is why
Right.
it was
That's-
we got stun
That's the other
launched
thing,
like
right?
that.
Like he needed to take a shadow walk turn so you could become unstunned, so you could set yourself up to try again. Right? Like,
Yeah.
and that just didn't happen fast enough, and you had just enough resources to survive that.
Like,
Yeah,
it was really, like, you were at the last possible point, and you did it.
Yeah, I have never used that much of my healing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that I was like, okay, we're gonna route a tonic in. And then I got a drop. I'm like, okay. Then I got a second drop. I'm like, sure. Unfortunately, like you would think the AP ups and the full AP would save you there, but you saw the amount of damage Nina was doing. You absolutely have to kill him with a dragon.
Yep.
Is
Like-
there is there a chance that like we'll be under 30 hours, or is Rex still like a bit out still?
30 hours. What we have? No, I would say it is likely that we will finish before 30 hours.
That's really
Rex-
awesome if it would be the case.
Rex, this sequence, in the same way that it was kind of linear for Sid, is even more linear for Rex, right? Like it's just like Rex knows how to do this part quite well. It is very unlikely, and like we are right, like the only like we have to go through Bosch 2, and then the regions, and then like the final boss sequence. Like so, it's like it really is just like a dash to the finish. It is entirely possible that Rex finishes this in 20.
That's really cool because I had being the Breath of Fire 1 runner and started this thing, and being here now is really weird.
Yeah. Yep. And yeah, we see Rex doing the same thing. There is technically a strat you can do here that saves you a whole percent, but you have to go around, breath through the wall, and you have to hit the 800 exactly. Like,
So-
800 kills them. You have to do so exactly. You still
I mentioned
have
it. I mentioned it to Rex, and he said all it does is save time. You'll break even.
Yeah.
The hard part is charge will actually increase how fast breath ramps up.
Yep.
But that means you also have to adjust to that. Rex would be fine with it, but it's only like 8 seconds or something, so it's a lot better to take this safe here rather than blow your D counter this late. There is one way to recover it.
Yes.
There's actually a Cerberus right before Bosch 2, and there's a 75% chance that it will drop a 7 cents. And I came up with a route that kills the Cerberus, uses the 7 cents on Bosch 2, and bare minimum, you will be able to use a Charge Twister Vortex instead of Charge Twister Twister. If you get really lucky, you can Charge Twister, and it will either kill or be close enough that you can finish boss off with Nina or Ryu at that point. So you can save a huge amount of D counter there. But the problem is the Cerberus takes a little bit of while to kill unless you have both a power boost and a Sapphire Messier, which normally the run rolls for Sapphire Messier. We don't buy the Plasma Saber. It's a speed run of 6. No.
you
Don't you have phones?
The pronunciation of Sapphire Mazer as whatever you said is sending
Messier, yeah. Well, what can I say? Dyslexia makes me pronounce things weird.
No, it's not that part. It was the Sapphire. You said Sapphire.
Oh, Sapphire? Yeah. I don't know why I was emphasizing Sapphire like that.
I didn't clue on that.
Yeah, it's like you mean Sapphire Mazer. But yeah, no, in the early game we want a Sapphire Mazer because it is an improvement over the Ranger Blade, right? But through kind of the Frozen Road section and the storage fight, right? Like we're looking for something beefier, right? But yeah, early weapon drops / luck. We're looking for a Sapphire or whatever the yellow the electrical
Plasma.
one is. Plasma.
That's the
Sapphire.
hallway right there. If you can turn around, and there's actually some buff boxes in there as well. I got nothing. The AP up, luckily I got it so early that it let me get an extra slice on Cyclops, and then the power boost early, and that was about it. The rest of it was trash. Spent like 10 minutes opening boxes and getting garbage.
Yep.
Relay too. I mean, I've said this before. I would like to do the relay again next year around the same time. Ideally, that gives everybody a chance to start learning games or get interested.
Hey, people, join the Discord and learn the game. It's not hard. Any
yeah,
game. We have resources.
2 months. 2 months and I learned this. My PB is far better. It's like a 73, but
I learned this for the commentary. I have the entire route in front of me on notes.
yeah,
It doesn't take long. Rex has a wonderful guide.
It doesn't.
There's two
it doesn't-
videos.
Yeah, it doesn't take long to get the pieces right, like to understand the run. The execution, it's the execution and the edge cases are what really kind of what send it right. Like, is it the run has a lot of small, like I said, like we're relying on crits, we're relying on speed ranges, right? Like sometimes the run just goes sideways. And Rex has done a very good job of like documenting the ways that these things go sideways, right? But like you can't always be like, especially if the closer you're approaching like a PB, right? Like the more that it's just kind of like, I just got.
Yeah. Honestly, even like learning those edge cases was very quick. Dine and Rex are extremely good about answering questions, and at this point now, we've both learned a decent enough amount to also help answer those questions.
Yeah.
I
started
not all of them, but some of them.
I started learning a bit before Sid, but I've had other things that have demanded my time to the point where I wasn't able to and the Sid was already kind of committed to learning this for the relay before I got there.
Yeah, luckily I had enough time to grind it out. Unfortunately, this last week I did not have enough time to do as many practice runs as I would have liked, which led to the enjoyable show you all witnessed.
Yeah.
Again, like we all run RPGs. Things can go sideways super quickly.
Yeah.
I
honestly
had 13 golds in my Breath of Fire 1 run, and I managed to PB'd so nicely, but the frog jumped on me. I lost 10 minutes.
As goofy as it was, I think it's like a memorable moment. It could have been better, but sometimes the clean and perfect runs they're not as as enjoyable. You can call it cope if you want, but
this is to point out that Rex did the solo enemy isolation thing in that hallway as well.
Yep. Now Rex did it by the book, which is to say the video that he made.
I got because they slipped off the boxes. Rex calls that the hard pattern, but the boxes is usually easier because you can wedge the meat in the boxes and they literally just can't eat it, so they get stuck there forever.
Yeah, the boxes can be helpful or they can be harmful, and it really depends on where exactly the enemies go. Like the enemy patterns are not like pixel perfect, action perfect. Like exactly what's going to happen. They're rough shapes. Right?
One of the funniest ones was the Keaton actually got wedged between two of the boxes, and I had to break it to get him out. In one of my runs, I was like, "Where? Wait, you're stuck in there? How did you get in there, dude?"
30. Yeah, Rex is really flying up the stairs. I don't know, elevators.
Yeah, up the
Rex
elevators.
Had it not been this big of a time lead, I would have been extremely nervous the entire time.
Yeah,
I mean. Yeah,
Rex could have easily just swatted me aside like a fly.
Yeah,
but thanks to my team holding the course, and unfortunately, thanks to Team Nina's very awful luck.
Yeah, it's like the PB differences here, right? Like not using C manip, or like Rex at 55 and Sid at 73.
Yeah,
right. Is without manip. Right, but the worst cases for Rex are like an hour, and for the Sid, as you saw, with 90 minutes. Right?
I mean that was my estimate when I first started learning this, and then it came down, and I'm like, surely we can get an 80, and then I managed to clown up a lot of those fights. The big one was like sitting there, like I took the safe Frost Road fight, and I still got confused, so I had to just sit there and be like, "Yep,
that was a long confusion."
Yep.
I buy my multi-meds after, Maybe I should buy them before.
So
Takes
I'm
turn,
hearing
right?
a
His
time
first
difference.
hit was low on damage. The second one crit. He needed that second one to crit there to get damaged out. So that was close. But now Rex is into center.
It's funny listening to Breath of Fire 5 discussion because that like half-hour time difference in potentially like rough runs sounds like a lot, but it's also like one bad split in Breath of Fire 2 or 3.
Right. Yeah. Like it's funny because like the last leg of the relay is a sprint, right? Like it's always like, all right, we're inside the stadium again, right? Like, it's grab the baton. It's the last shortest leg. Like that's what it is, but it's very short compared to the other four.
Yeah, and again, like even with Breath of Fire, like 1, like once you get Agni, it's cutscene percent, and I just use the bathroom during the fights if I want, because like what's the matter? Like I push auto battle, the game plays itself.
Yep. Yeah. No. The balance of the early Breath of Fires is very similar to this. Like we're using Dragon to solve our problems because it's incredibly powerful. It's just that the game is built much more like a wizardry than a Dragon Quest, right? Not to, like Dragon Quest is actually inspired by wizardry, but like Yuji Horii specifically made Dragon Quest to be like, but what if we made this game accessible to human beings?
Yep.
Right, but this is hews much closer to the wizardry tradition. And like I said, like you see like limited inventory page, like the mystery dungeon thing you mentioned, like it's like same sort of concepts, right? Like so
like, Spike's a power meal at the end.
Spike's the power meal.
This guy.
Just when you don't need it.
Yeah, power meal is just like we discussed earlier in BoF 2. It's just a single stat increase, but because of the way the dragon scales, it's huge.
Right.
It'll close your damage ranges because some of these fights, like I believe he's on Mandu 1, so some of these boss fights, the 3 lowest rolls will fail to kill Daemon, and I think it also applies to, well, not Jesuits. You can have trouble killing the final 3.
Yeah, that the 3 lowest rolls thing reminds me that like in this game, right? Like the damage is randomized, but it's not like it could be any value between X and Y. It's like there are 8 numbers, but like on the range is 8 different numbers that it can spit out, right? Like because of how the RNG is used. Right, like, and you see that like in Final Fantasy 2 for Japanese, right? Like it's the same thing. Like it's like the damage is like a 60. It's like 60% to 100%, but like it's always these same numbers. Like you'll see the same numbers pop up for over and over again. It's not like, right, like it could be any number in this range. Same deal there, right? Like it's not uncommon, but it is notable here.
Another thing that you'll notice is that he hasn't de-equipped the Mandu. Specifically with the Celtis, it cuts your speed enough that it's a problem. So you need to swap it out for VB for these 2 fights, the Violet Blade that you get from Xeno in storage.
Right.
And if you have anything else, you're fine.
Yeah, weapons have weight, which slows you down. So does your armor, so does your armor and shield, right? Like there's a weight stat that slows you down if you wear heavier stuff. And the Celtis is like, it is inaccurate, it is powerful, it is heavy. Like
and it's a brick, yeah.
Yeah, it is a honking, like it's basically like a stone sword, right? Like it's heavy and powerful, and that means that you have to adjust, right? Like the game, right? Like every round it recalculates your initiative, right? You could see how the initiative drained, right? Like so that when everybody's turn was done except the last 2, right? Like the initiative kind of drains out and then it re-rolls for the next round, right? Like so like that if you start the fight with the fast weapon and then swap into the slow weapon for dealing damage, the first round is great. Right, here we see Jesuit go the southern pattern. And in turn, we get to draw a longer line. You can see how Ryu kind of ran, in a straight line backwards. We get to draw a longer line here because of going around the right and the left. So that it's just so that Jesuit just has no choice but to run into it. And you see the same sort of thing. Like we're trying to line up exactly right there. Look at that.
Flares.
Look,
yeah, that's good.
Those 2 flares are on top of each other, 100%.
You need to take your sweet time here because if you don't double up at least 2 flares, it's GG. So the reason that we were like, hey, do X, and then I said, no, I can't because he's in Shadow Walk. You can't hit him with anything in Shadow Walk. So for those wondering, I can't like come here with Lynn to pull him through the fire.
Right.
I just had to like deal with it.
Oh, that makes sense then. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I was thinking the same thing too at some point.
Yeah.
Rex is like, nope.
No, can't do that. No, like I said, like Jesuit presents another challenge, and that challenge largely is, do you understand Nina's traps, right? Like, because otherwise it is a real problem. But
her traps hit like a truck too. They're very good for shoring up your damage.
And so here you see again where like Rex hit him because he drew that long line, right? Like off to the left, he had space to knock Jesuit backwards, but not against the wall, so he could then go around the back and guarantee that kill, right?
Hitting him right is a skill into itself, because if you knock him into the wall, then you're facing that 50-50 I was talking about earlier.
Just Sid mentioned it, but right there you can see with Rex, you could really see that long kind of sort of line that Rex drew with his characters, right? Like forcing Jesuit through the fire field, right? Like that long line allowed Rex to then go, okay, right, like hitting you got stopped well far enough away for Ryu to have the space to hit you and then hit your back.
He was in a spot that you'd never have him in normally because of how that fight kind of extended into a very awkward loop.
But yeah, you can see here, right, like we are at the final shop, the final save point. And we have we have 4 minutes 20 or 4 minutes 40 left on getting a 30-hour. And I say it's possible. He's going to save just in case.
Very tight.
It'll be tight. It'll be tight, but I think it's possible, right? Like there really is just fight.
If Rex is going to have no hesitation in his menus, he's very used to these fights.
Yeah, Rex is very practiced. He does a lot more meme categories here, so like he understands all of the angles.
Yeah,
right? Like
he's gotten to the point where he's like doing he's been routing bombless, which I'm like, that sounds neat. And then I look at how some of the fights go, and I'm like, maybe that's not so neat.
yeah, bombless is a trip.
I would love it if it was under 30, just because like that's under a basic RPG like experience for a Breath of Fire casual play, and we've done 5 games in a row, like twice.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, so the one thing is I still have to play through the story of this, and I thought it would be a bit funnier if I hadn't actually beaten the story. I've gotten all the runs, because one of the things is the story is kind of piecemeal to you until you do soul resets. Go ahead.
Right, like the game. So all the cutscenes are in the game. When you retry or reset a loop, it stores that on your file, and there are cutscenes that will not be revealed until your file is in a certain state of. You can see retry there, a certain state of retries. Right, so like the cutscene is not there now. That's not all upside for flavor, right? It's like, okay, you can just skip those cutscenes too. Some of the SOL cutscenes move you after fights where you needed to pick stuff up, right? It's like actually doing a run on a New Game Plus file takes away things from you. Sure, you have whatever New Game resources you're allowed to do, but it actually also you can't get the Fire Blast off of Baphomet, right? Like you can't those, you are just denied those things, right? That's
a very weird thing, because the soul will move you to a position just to lead stuff.
Yep.
Luckily, those come from a reset, so the skills carry over, and you get to carry over the party EXP and your ending money. Okay. So you can kind of power up quick.
So as a note, we saw Rex do what is normal, which is kind of the traditional kill on Bosch when you have Bosch 3, when you have very little to work with, is charge, vortex, punch, right? There's a lot of kind of safety discussion in the video around that fight, because it is the fight we kind of cheap out on, right? It's the fight where we don't hit this fight as hard as we hit every other fight, all of the last 7 fights. Right, because we really, really, really would like to save just a little more meter here.
Yeah, there's a lot of fights I lucked out on because of high crit rolls. And then there was a lot of fights where
you see he's going to end in the range. He's going to be 99.97. Right, like
That's
he's going to end
insanity.
He's going to end in
he was using his he really knows how to count. I'm not super good with it. I was mainly like holding back so that I had a twister or vortex.
Yep. No, like
I just didn't need him.
He was. If you were watching him, you saw him use D-dash in a lot more places, right? Like
saves a ton of time.
It saves time, right? Like there's just 20, like there's 15 minutes to save off of like Sid's PB, right? Like, and a lot of it is like fights going well, right? Like by a good execution and D-meter, right? Like we are done. Like
D-dashes, boxes,
we are done.
And we're sub 30. You were right. We got it.
Damn.
Time is called for the marathon.
Yep, that is time. We're in the final video. We did it.
29:59 0x. Good to go.
I think it was 08 or 09. It's hard to see.
Yeah. No, that was it. Great job. Good run by Rex. Like I say, my joke is like it's textbook, and Rex is the one that wrote the textbook. Right? Like it's like he did a textbook run, which is to say he did.
I mean, it's not like he made the video or anything. Another thing too, we got to be careful with the audio here. Yeah, because apparently the audio on this end song gets claimed, and I would really hate losing one of these recordings or having them get like, claimed in a weird way, so they're not very well.
That's also the tutorial video too.
Yeah, I saw that note as well. Just like, wow, I'm surprised that gets hit by a claim, but. No. Congratulations to Russ. Congratulations to all the runners. Right, like this is the last leg of 30 hours of Breath of Fire, a game series. Like I have played all of them. Right, like I played the early ones on Super Nintendo as a teen. I played the later ones in college. Right, like and then Dragon Quarter also was still in when I was in college. Right, like this is. A good this is a decade of me having playing across all of those games, right? Like when I was younger, right? Like displayed here, right? Like in this 30 hours. It's really cool. I've really enjoyed kind of getting more into the Dragon Quarter run and this Breath of Fire community. Definitely kind of looking forward to actually revisiting 3 and 4, right? Like with more knowledge and understanding, honestly. But
oh, Rex thought he pulled ahead, so he didn't let the cutscenes play. What? Oh boy!
Brilliant.
Like, forget the sub 30. We're watching the cutscenes.
Yeah, I would love that. Honestly, just like nope.
So,
no, actually, what would have been better on that front is if he jammed retry into a soul cutscene. It's just like like. Save, force retry, because you get a retry counter when you do a normal SOL loop as well. Right? Like, so just like, stay, save at that last endpoint, L2 quit, watch an SOL cutscene. It's like, get destroy.
Is it? So, who do we...
Rex's comments are so good in the Discord.
Yeah.
Rex's comments will be even better if he actually watches the run back. I can see him his vein explode in the meantime.
You're gonna get an absolute essay in your DMs.
Yeah, he's gonna talk to you about a number of things.
And then I'll just watch like the 90 minutes of the DMs getting progressively more disappointed and angry. It's
just gonna be those dots for like 3 days.
So, do any of you have a good raid target? Because Blink is playing, but he's doing some casual stuff. So, I'd like to see if we have something a little bit more.
Let me check.
We do have Cordelium doing FF8. Though I know it's very hard to find Breath of Fire speed runs, unfortunately. Might be our target, though.
I don't have anyone on my list.
All right, yeah.
What are you doing? Sorry.
Plug the Discords. You're right.
We plugged the Discords. Yep, for sure. We did have a world record for Breath of Fire 4. At the least, we definitely had PBs.
And frogs.
But yeah, and frogs. Like we've had the height of perfection and agony of frogs.
Welcome to Breath of Fire.
RNG stealing.
So yeah, the Discord, once again, the runners, everybody that has been involved, I am extremely grateful. It's very easy to be like, oh, well, you put it all together. No, without all of the runners, all of the commentators participating, nothing would have happened.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have managed to help me revive the marathon, and with Blink bringing up the idea, I'm just happy that we managed to do it. And like I said, all viewers, all runners, everybody, I'd like to do this again next year, roughly around the same time. Maybe we need to make some tweaks, but if you want to participate, November, you've got a whole year now.
Make us get to have Team Cat.
Yeah,
right?
we want
Team
three teams. That's what we're going for. Even if we have to split two people up that know multiple games, we will figure it out.
Yeah,
but
help us put together a Team Cat this next year. I know I'll be doing my part.
Yeah.
Also, I do want to say, as someone who's new to the community, it's extremely welcoming. There's lots of guides, and people will answer questions and help you learn these games really easily.
Mm-hmm.
So, take it from my experience, it's worth joining the Discord, everyone. Wink, wink.
Yep. Once again, thanks everybody. Honestly, I had nothing to do with the community coming into this. It was just a matter of setting up a couple of shows for Limit Break. Blink mentioned wanting to restart the relay, and I just said, hey, let's do it.
It spiraled after that.
Yeah, it spiraled into me having a 90-minute show.
Yeah.
So I think it's about time to rate out. Thank you, Ashen, for coming in and doing 4 and 5 for me. That made it so much easier to focus on getting a little bit of last-minute practice in and also getting into these runs. It would have been really hard to stop, bring Rex in, and then go back to running. With this lead, it probably would have been okay, but if this race had been any closer, they probably could have made me lose.
Yeah.
And I want to have one more note real quick. It's Breath of Fire as a series, 1 and 2 seem kind of traditional, but you think about 2 having a true ending, right? You think about the swings that they took with 4 and 5 and even 3, right? 3 has a kind of a wild story, right? They took some heavy swings with this series, right? That's another thing I love. I love to see a company be you know what, right? We're gonna do more with this, right? Than you would ever think. Right?
Yeah.
I love
all I can say
I love the Fire series for that.
Is I thought I hated this game. Going into practicing it, it was just a matter of let's get a team. Doesn't matter if I like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what you may enjoy until you give it a chance.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very good game. It's a pretty quick learn, especially for any percent. And worse comes to worse, you conquer your demons because you hated it as a kid, couldn't beat it, stupid game. I'm gonna win.
Yep. Or with Breath of Fire 3, right? They have that little piece of advice that if you see it once, it's correct, and if you look at it in your notes, it's wrong. They had a little translation error there, right? Get your revenge on Breath of Fire 3 if you ever got by that.
Hey, Ojin, I will definitely try and submit to GDQ. I want to submit this to Quest for Glory. And also Limit Break. I hope there's some other runners that may be able to come and just steal that out from underneath me because they're good at the game. But I want to share this with everybody. Yeah. It is a very cool game.
I am hoping to get one put together for Questing for Glory, which is submissions the next 2 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I would love to get this on a GDQ as well. And Japanese speedrun, I did the coverage for that for English speedrun, right? There was a backup run, and it's hey, right? They're adding Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter. If there's anybody around that knows that game, it's but I know that game. RTA in Japan did DQ last time around.
Hey, Rex.
So Okay.
I thought I was ahead. I was like, they haven't said anything. Oh my god, I've actually pulled ahead, and I was like,
Dude,
just in the zone. I was like, no.
You could have. I had a 10-minute Jesuits fight because I couldn't get him into the flare.
Yeah, he just walked around the flare to the left, just like, nope, fam.
I had to use both tonics, 2 multi-meds, 2 med kits, 3 aid kits.
And you had to stand Lynn in the fire, right? Like to get him to come in.
He killed Nina and Lynn before I got to transform into a dragon.
And then he killed Ryu.
Yeah, he looped Ryu for a couple he smoked him twice.
And then he killed Lynn and Nina in the last round before
you missed a travesty that could be of divine intervention. So
it was something else.
Real quick, we do have Claire Obscura next weekend. I believe that is Selkuth Mind Show. Fresh Foul Podcast the weekend after. And then we also have Parasite Eve as a Christmas special on the 21st. And the next one that I will be on is a Final Fantasy VII TAS Any Percent showcase with the Gigaminds of Dash Retro and Ace Zephyr. We're also working on some visual assets for that so we can make it a lot clearer what's going on. But for that, I think it is time for us to go. 4 hours of sleep is not enough for me, so I am getting out of here.
Thank you so much, Sid, from
Thank
everyone.
you all. Thank you all for showing up.
No problemo. Thank you all for helping. Like I said, without you guys, would not have happened. Oof.